Hey guys, Mr. Brent here, getting ready to give you guys your first virtual ballet class. I hope you guys had a great spring break and that you're continuing to just stay safe and stay healthy in this unprecedented time. Our goal here is to just continue to work and continue to improve on our ballet and to get that practice in and implement it into our schedule. And the beautiful thing about a virtual class is that you can replay, repeat, slow down or speed up as many times as you'd like. So this isn't limited to just a once a week thing. You could really do this every day and even implement some of these exercises on your own and take them wherever you want. So I'm going to give you a very simple class today. This is the advanced ballet class, but as we know, advanced doesn't always mean the crazy, most difficult stuff. Usually it's actually just taking the simplest stuff and really, really working on them to the fullest. So as you guys are working at home, I hope that you'll implement that as we do the exercises. A couple things before we start for safety. First and foremost, do not dance on your kitchen floor. It's just not a good idea. If you can, please wear your ballet shoes because working in socks, although I would usually teach you guys in socks, that's because I was dancing 5 days a week in ballet shoes and already getting that work in my body. It's very different sensation when you wear socks than when you wear shoes. So wear your ballet shoes. Obviously, if you're on carpet, it's a little bit different. Work with what you have, but please don't go on your kitchen floor and decide that you're going to do 32 fouettes days, because I've seen way too many videos that are disastrous, and I don't want that for you. Also, just be mindful of your parents' expensive decor and any nice armoires or cabinets or televisions or paintings or vases or anything of that sort. Make sure that you are nowhere near them. Preferably if you're in your room or if you're just somewhere that has a lot of space so that you don't kick anything or hurt yourself, that would be excellent. So as you can see today, I'm using this lovely pink and wooden bar. For you, I would recommend making sure you use something stable for your bar. The wall is not the most stable thing. So something that's firmly planted, even like, I know I said don't dance on your kitchen floor, but like a kitchen cabinet or something that's solid would be really great. So maybe your dresser or just something that's firmly rooted on the ground, that will work really well. I think that's it for safety. As I said, just be really mindful of those things and make sure you always have space and be aware of your surroundings. Last but not least, guys, make sure that you have fun. This is really for you, and this is really just an opportunity for you to practice your ballet and continue to work on strengthening and stretching and all the lovely things that we work on in the studio until we get to that point where we get to meet together again. So here we go. We're going to start facing the bar or the chair or whatever you're using as your bar. And we're going to do the same combination that we always do to start. And again, I want you to really think about the things that we talk about week to week, especially now, because you have no excuses. It's just you. You don't have me standing over you telling you what to do. So really be intentional about these corrections and these strategies on how to really have a good tendu and etc. and so on and so forth. So we start with a tendu to the front, and then we flex in plie, and then we articulate through, and then back to first. Same thing to the side. And again, when you go to the side, make sure it's not parallel. Make sure I can see the calf and the heel facing front. If that means you have to bring your leg a little bit forward, that's okay. That's your second position. And then once again, you flex in plie, and you articulate through to straighten, and back to first. Same thing to the back, without opening the hip. Keep the headlights facing front, and leading with the toe back. Beautiful flex in plie, articulate through and to first. And then we take it out, and this is totally you. You can do whatever you need. Just in, out, letting the hip go to tendu, and then back to first. And let's take the same thing to the left, to the side, to the back, and in, out, in, out, in, out, however much you need. Then we'll take the right arm and really reach out, making sure you have space. Really reach out, hit all the edges of your perimeter and all the way around to the back, and then allongé. Then same thing with the left arm, reaching out, 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 and all the way around. Make sure that the hips aren't dipping forward too much, that it's really just the upper body working, because that way when we get to quarter bras and port de bras back, we're already making sure that we're not having those hips get involved. And then we'll take plie, roll through, plie, roll through, plie, roll through, and balance. Let's do it with music. Standing nice and tall. Here we go. To the front, and flex, stretch, back to first. Really articulating through those feet, to the back. And side in, out. That can be whatever tempo you need. Make sure you get a nice tendu as we transition to the left. Deepest plie that you can on your supporting side, really to get the ankles warmed up. Good, to the back. Leading with the toes. Feel every part of the foot. And just let it go. Reach with the right arm. Really reach. All the way around through the back. And allongé. And other side. Use the eyes. And plie. Deepest plie. Lift the heels. Stretch. And lengthen as you lower. Second time. And lengthen. Feel the squeezing around of the glutes and the inner thighs. And then stay. Let go of your bar, chair, whatever it is. And feel the pressing of the scapulae down. And open to opposite palm, and allongé, and plie, and finish. Always finish. Good. All right, so we're going to take one more tendu combination before we jump into plies. This is one that we've done a little bit in classes previously, and we're going to continue and just add a little bit more onto it. So we start in fifth position, one hand on the bar. As you can see, I flipped the bar. You would just go from facing to switching to one hand on the bar. And start in a nice fifth position. Doesn't have to be crazy because it's really your first one of the day. And we're going to keep the arm on ba, down, to just focus on the footwork. So in fifth position, we're going to take a plie, and then extend the front leg to tendu, leading with the heel forward to the maximum extension, and then bring the toes back as you come into a deeper fifth position demi-plie, and then straighten. And then we're going to take one accent out, two accent in to the side. So one out, close fifth, and in, and in. Then we'll take the same thing to the back. Plie, extend, plie, and straighten. One side, find the fifth, and fifth, and fifth. And now here we're going to take a port de bras as we open on the one, and then we're going to place the heel down. Now when I place the heel down, note that I don't just go plopping it down. I roll through the ball of the foot, through the arch, and then heel. And then I spring off to get back on my supporting leg, so we're already activating that. So when we do stuff in the center, which we can't do much in the center, but this helps build stability for that. We're going to do it 3 times. This is the second one. Roll down and spring, roll down and spring. And then we're going to allongé the arms as we place down one last time. And then we're going to take a nice plie, rise up, and hold, hold, hold in second position, opening the arms, plie, tendu, close fifth. Now I'm only going to demonstrate it on the right side because we only have so much time to film, but I would encourage you guys to obviously do both sides. So what you can do is do the right side and then rewind and repeat the exercise once more on the left side, and hopefully the corrections and things that I say as we go through it will register at least on the left side if they don't go on the right. So here we go, starting in fifth position. Starting with the demi-plie, keeping the arm down. Nice little preparation. And plie to the front, back to plie, and straighten. One out, the back. Straighten up, one side, 2, accent in. Now we port de bras, we open, 1, and place, and spring, and 2, and 3, and nice deep plie. Then we have the whole 8 counts. Beautiful demi plie, élongé, to close fit. Good. So feel free to, if you'd like, you can tendu, close behind and reverse the whole thing, or you can just go directly to the left side. It's just to get you warmed up, activate the footwork a little bit more, and let's move on to pliés. Alright, so now we're on to my favorite combination at the bar, which is pliés, because it's really awesome just to feel the bending of the knees and to relax and just allow everything to really start getting activated. We're going to take the standard demi-plie that we usually do when we're all together, and really, again, you can kind of use this however you need to. Whenever we do a port de bras front, if you need to hold it a little bit longer, because obviously our bodies are probably pretty tight just from being indoors, do whatever you need to for your body, but really just be smart and make sure you're working. So we'll start 5 and a 6, 7 and 8 in first position, and we'll take 2 very slow demi-pliés. The arm goes en bas, and then through the gateway on the second one. And then we'll élonger and then grand plie all the way down. Make sure we don't sit at the bottom, that as soon as we hit the fullest apex of the bottom, that we push down and bring the heels down and up. And then we're gonna lift up slightly, bring the bar arm forward, or do the best with what you can to make sure the weight is forward and not pushing back. And follow the outside hand forward. Make sure you drop the head all the way at the bottom. May feel a little tingling in the hamstrings, that's good, that means you're working. For this first one, we're gonna roll up through the body, and then just slowly tendu to à la seconde. And then we'll repeat the same thing with the pliés. 2 demi-pliés, always moving, never stopping like this. It's always flowing through. And then a grand plie. And then we're gonna take out to the bar. Make sure you drop the nose to the bar, that it's not here. You drop the nose, and then you go out to come up. And then this transition that we always talk about, we just did it in the last tendu combination. You spring, and this rond de jambe is important. Heel forward, heel forward, heel forward, and place the toes back and the heel forward into a beautiful 4th position line. And then we'll take, once again, 2 demis and a grand plie. Make sure you turn out the back knee, heels down once again. And we'll take away from the bar. Take your time. Through the gateway. Beautiful tendu. Toes back to 5th position. Once again, 2 demis and a grand plie. And we're going to take a quarter bras en de don. That's right. So we're going to go into the bar. Finish in, that's why it's called en de don. This will be en de or, because we start going out. So en de don, bring the arm to second, plie, releve sur, nice and tight legs, feel the inner thighs crossing, constantly working, pressing against each other, press down through the floor with the feet, and balance, 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 stay forever, arms up, open to the side, and demi-plie, and we'll finish. Here we go. Starting in first position. And preparation, 7. Use the eyes. And it's very slow, so take your time. And grand plie. Heels down, and then straighten through. Port de bras forward. Take your time. preparation is your pirouette. Turn out the back knee, heels down right away, and straight. Away from the bar. Reach with the bar arm. Up and away. As far as you can. Through the gateway. Lovely tendu. To fifth. And stay, and stay, and arms up to fifth, and open side, and finish whenever you're ready. If you want to stay longer or less than that, that's fine. Just make sure you get a good balance in, and go ahead and do the left side. Good job. All right, guys, so we're going to take a tendu and a dégagé in the same combination. So starting from fifth position, we'll start 5 and a 6 and a 7 and 8, and we worked on this in class, so don't be surprised. It's a tendu to the front and a flex. Now, fullest flex as much as you can, really straightening the knees, solid leg, lot of resistance, and as you go around in the rond de jambe, I know it's difficult, feel the turnout, make sure you get to about this corner, and then you can let it drop without the hip opening, so the hip stays front. And the flex really allows you to feel the turnout, and then articulate through as you tendu to the back and close in fifth. Then you're going to take 3 tendus to the side, not too fast. 1, 2, 3, plie on 4, and you're going to immediately go to a releve coupe balance. Coupe in the front. Test your balance off of the bar or chair or wall or whatever you got, and then close behind in susu and plie. Now when you're in that coupe position, there's a difference between coupe and coup de pied. So coup de pied is the neck of the foot, coupe is to cut, it's an action. So you cut at the front of the leg, the heel is forward, so I don't want to see this. This is not a good line. It's a very pretty biscuit sickle, and we don't want that. Push the heel forward and the knee back without compromising the hip, so as much as you can. And that's the position that you're going to balance it. And then you just close behind and repeat to the back. So you tendu and flex all the way around, 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 around. Bring the heel forward right away. Heel forward, heel forward, heel forward. Let me see the calf. And tendu to close. 3 tendus to the side. You have a count to specifically for the plie. And then you bring it directly to the front again, heel forward, and then susu. And then we're going to repeat the whole thing once again, slightly different. Now we start with the dégagé. So dégagé to the front, off the floor, so there should be even more resistance, and then flex the toes back all the way around. And then we're not going to tendu, we're going to just extend in the air, in the air, in the air, and then close. And then we're going to take 5 dégagés to the side a little bit quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plie, and now instead of a coupe, we're going to take a passe balance. Right away up to passe, find that position, and close behind in susu, and plie, and then we'll reverse it. So let's try it with music. Really use the plie to press into the floor for those balances, find the turnout, and find the fullest point in every single position that you do. Here we go, 5th position. Show the beautiful apron on to start, and tendu and flex all the way around. Tendu and close, 3 tendus. Okay, and up, and go, and close behind. Reverse. Heel forward right away. Articulate through, and tendus. 1, 2, 3. So you see, press into the floor, feel the squeezing of the legs, hold it, use the core, open to the side, and beautiful élargi, and finish as you began with a beautiful épaulement showing the neck, and good. Alright guys, so just because we're not in the studio together, I'm going to give you this combination that I know you guys love to work on strengthening and really finding that supporting leg and accent. And hey, I'm even going to give you a gift. You don't have to hold the arm in second. You can hold the arm on the shoulder here. The reasoning for this is that you can, number one, flex your muscular biceps as you do it, but number two, really press down through the shoulder blades so you can really feel the scapula in the back pushing down and really feel the lengthening here on the oblique. And that was weird. A light just came on. Maybe that's the light bulb in your head going off. It's good. So you're going to hold it here and we're going to take PKs. PK means to prick or to stab. So if you were to stab a knife into a chicken, or if you're vegan, maybe a thing of kale, you would not take it like this. You would really go for it, right? Not telling you to stab anyone, please don't stab anyone or really anything. Don't touch a knife at all. But really, the implication is just to get the accent. So I don't want to see sluggish PK. We're going to take it en croix in the shape of a cross, front, side, and back, and then cloche. So here's the sequence, and the accent is up, 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 and then cloche, up, 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 cloche. Then we're going to take it quicker. 1 and 2 and 3 in front, 1 and 2 and 3 in front. And then, to finish it out, 3 cloches and close fifth. So it's 2 times around slow, front, side, back, cloche, front, side, back, cloche, front and side, back, cloche, front and side, back, cloche, front and side, back, cloche, 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 close. Say cloche, 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 close like 5 times to see if you don't get your tongue twisted up. And then we'll reverse the whole thing. It's not quite as fast as I just said it, but again, I don't want to see, no, that's not a good PK. It should be accent. Our dégagé, I talk about it, it's like a bullet, right? It goes, and the energy keeps going, 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 going. The same thing with the PK. It's like hot potato and the energy keeps going up. It's like, really, it should be so hot that your leg wants to go all the way up to the ceiling, but it stops just off the floor. And you hold it, and you hold it, and you hold it. So front, side, back, cloche, 2 times slow, 3 times quick, and then 3 cloches, close behind, and then we'll reverse the whole thing. Arm on the shoulder, pressing down, not freaking out. And again, you probably don't have a bar that's A, as cute as this, and B, as stable as this. So really, you can't press down like this, like we all want to. So I would even encourage you, don't use the bar. Just be careful with the space that you have. Here we go, PK and cloche. So I have one more dégagé combination for you guys. I know you guys are like, really, another one? But it's really good, and especially because you probably don't have a great floor to really do a lot of resistance in the tendu, it's better to do the dégagé because you'll get a little bit more of the energy and the action that you need. So we're going to take one that we know. The sequence is very simple. It's 8-8-4-4-2-2-1-1-1-1, and just facing your bar, or whatever you're using for the bar. And again, I want to make sure that you reach the fullest point and find the first without compromising the hips too much. So you're not going out, out, out. You're going to lose a lot of precious time. So we take it once regularly using the bar, pressing down, not gripping onto the bar, and then once with the arms up. Now when the arms come up, I don't want to see, you think you're going to be able to do dégagés fast in that position? No. I also don't want to see shoulders up. It's not Halloween. Not yet. I know Friday the 13th just happened, but no, we don't want to see any scary shoulders. Press the shoulders down, press the energy through the floor and out with each dégagé. So we'll take once with the bar, 8-8-4-4-2-2-1-1, and then we'll repeat it once again, starting with the right side, with the arms off of the bar. I'm just gonna do it on the right side. Feel free, I know we've done a lot of dégagés, but feel free to do the left side as well, if you are so inclined. Here we go. It's not too fast. Go for it. You're not required to, but I would encourage you to do so. Good job. All right, so now we're going to take a rond de jambe to really kind of loosen the legs up after all that work with the dégagés. And once again, we're going to start with one that I know you guys love, with a revelant. So we start in 5th position, 5, 6, 7, 8. The arm is going to go down and through all the way up to the high 5th as you plie on your standing leg. And the leg is about 45 or 90, and then you lift, bending the knee, and lift the heel, and bring it back to the passe position without compromising here, and without all that weird stuff. Just boom, through the attitude, and then knee back. And then we'll close 5th. Same thing to the back, in the arabesque line. Bring it up to the passe, and slide it down to 5th. Once again to the side. Now this is great for your fouettes, to the passe, without bringing the hip up, hip down, pressing through, and then we're going to take a plie back to passe, so the passe should be even higher after that plie, and really just let go of the hips, and then tendu back. Then we'll take 4 rond de jambes, 2, 3, 4, arm à la seconde, and then we'll take one slow en l'air, all the way around, and then we'll take a plie and attitude behind, so it's this position here. So note that when I go all the way around, I don't go here, we're not in important class, and I don't go here. I don't lower the leg should go higher as I lift, and the plie will help, and then as I straighten, I'm going to extend the back leg as I straighten the supporting leg. So you plie, the leg comes higher, and then you straighten and the leg goes even higher as the arm goes, extend, and then you close behind. And then we take the whole thing reverse. Revelant, deep plie to help you bring it up to passe. Same to the front, same to the side, and up. And now we'll tendu to the front, leading with the heel forward, forward, forward beautifully. And 4 all the way around, 2, 3, 4. Sharp to the back. Heel forward right away, just like previous combinations, and then bring the hand in front, mimicking the leg with the arm, and then up to the allongé line, and then close 5th. Now, when you finish up, we're going to take circular quarter bras, ende, don, and then we'll take it ende or out the door. Again, hit all the corners so you don't cut anything short. And then we'll turn to face into the bar. And again, with whatever space you have, be mindful. Do what you can. And we'll reach out and down into the lunge. And then we'll come up to go back. From this back position, reach up and lift the leg. And continue to reach forward to hit that planche. If your hip or hamstring pops, you're probably stretching it. And then bring it up. And then just stay flat. And if you can, press through the arms to find the releve balance. And again, if you need to modify that, if you need to take it to passe, or just not do the planche because you don't have a lot of room, that's totally okay. This is your class, do what you need to do, but just stretch within that allotted time. Here we go, rond de jambes, starting with revelant front, revelant back, revelant side, in, out, tendu back, 4 rond de jambes, 1 en l'air, plie and attitude, extend, and then reverse, and then we'll take our stretches. Here we go. Really dance. It's not too slow, or not too quick, not too slow. Tony behind. Good, we'll take the left side of that and then we'll move on. All right, so next up we have a fondue combination. Fondue means to melt, just like when you get cheese fondue or chocolate fondue. It's that really disgustingly yummy, thick, melted quality. So think about that as we go through our fondue combination. It's gonna be very simple. Again, preparation is the same, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're going to incorporate the arm as you articulate through to the coupe position. And then again, we talked about this last time we met. I don't remember when that was, maybe a couple weeks ago. And the working leg has to go before the supporting leg so that they straighten at the same time. If you go at the same time from here, the supporting leg will get there a little bit quicker because the working leg has a little bit farther to go. So you lead out and then straighten. And then we'll take the same to the side, arm down and open. And we're going to take 1 single, 2 single, and then 1 double, rond de jambe en l'air. And then on the last count on the 4, lift the leg even higher, and then we'll reverse to the back, to the back, to the side, and then we'll take it en des dons, 2 singles and a double. And then we'll take it directly to the other side. Again, I'm only going to do the right side, but we'll keep the music rolling so you can do the left side. Some things to think about. So again, rond de jambe en l'air, it's like you're threading the needle. So I shouldn't see all of this. That's too much. It's just very slight, like you're threading the needle. It's like an ellipsis. The way that the planets orbit, it's kind of not quite a circle, but not quite a straight line either. It's a very thin circular strand almost. And that's what you want to think about as you take that rond de jambe en l'air. The harder one I think is the en des dons because we want to take it like this. We want to take the knee parallel. You have to resist that by feeling the wrapping of the inner thighs all the way around and through. Same on the standing leg. So you're here. I'm going to take it lower, but that wrapping allows me to go 1, 2, and then straighten, resist, resist, resist. So the beat should be quick, and then resist as you go out, and then lift, and then we'll reverse the whole thing. Okay? I'm going to do it flat. Feel free to repeat en relevé. It's really not super necessary, but feel free to challenge yourself. So here we go. Fondue with rond de jambe en l'air. really deep plies on those fondus and really articulate the rond de jambe en l'air and just feel the resistance as it goes out. Good work on those fondus. We're almost done with bar, and then we'll do a little bit of center. But here we go on to grand battement. All right, so last real combination at the bar, and then we're gonna take one more little exercise. But we're gonna take grand battement, which if I ask you what grand battement means, do not tell me that it means large kick. That is not what it means. If you'll remember, battement means to beat. So it is a big beat, which doesn't really make sense because you are, in a sense, kicking your leg. But it's really the action of up. It's a beat. It's a beat of music. Up. And even like if you were doing a piqué, you're kind of beating the floor. It's the same in a grand battement. It goes through the tendu, up, and then back to that position. It's basically like a super large piqué, if you think about it. But we're going to take 2 grand battements after our preparation. We're going to prep right up to the 5th position. 2 grand battements front, through the tendu to close 5th. Then we're going to take a développé through passé and out. And then we're going to take an enveloppé, which is the reverse of a développé. So brush out, back to passé, and in. So remember, we took that enveloppé in the rond de jambe. This is the same action, just without a plié. So you really have to brush to get the momentum to be able to bring it in. Then we're just going to take 3 to the side, with the arm to the side, and plié. Not that fast. And then reverse. Arm in arabesque, 2 to the back. And again, you can lean forward just a little bit. If you stay here, you're going to have a really hard time getting the leg up, so you have to bring the bar arm forward and lean forward just a hair to help you get the leg up. So 2 to the back, développé, and then enveloppé, bring it into passé. And then once again, 3 to the side, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll plié and we'll finish. That'll be all. Here we go. Arm directly up. Side, and note that the accent is and out and in for the développé and the enveloppé. And again, don't kill the legs. This is for you, but make sure you're working as well. Let's take one more bar exercise, then we'll put the bar away. All right, so last thing at the bar that we're going to do before we do a little bit of center practice is, I know a lot of you guys have expressed that you want to work on your fouettes. Now, obviously, now is a really difficult time to work on fouettes because we're not in the studio. However, there's still ways to work on them without actually physically doing them and potentially getting hurt. So, we're going to take just an exercise at the bar with whatever you have to use to help support you to work on the action of when you actually do the fouette to be able to do it effectively. Now, I'm going to do it on the left side because I've been doing everything on the right side and I don't want to walk like this tomorrow. So I want to make sure that I get a little bit of balance. You're going to do both sides, obviously. And we're just going to take kind of over and over again. You can do as many as you'd like. I recommend doing at least 8 on each side. And honestly, you could do this every day after you warm up. If you do like a little plié, tendu, dégagé for yourself and stretch everything out, then you can pretty much do this no problem. But obviously right away, don't start with the leg being super high. You can take it 45, you can take it 90, whatever you need. But we'll take preparation, even though there's no music, you always want to prepare. And I need to prepare to speak. And we're going to take a plié to the front, and then open side and relevé, and then back front. Plié front, open side, beat back front. Now, the reason why I have you beat back front is because when you do the fouette, let's pray that I'll do this without messing up. Back front. Ah, that was very nice. That's the action, back front. If I had you just bring it to the front, you wouldn't feel the action of whoosh, whoosh, of the knee having to stay side as you beat the leg. So that's the reason for the back front. Now, obviously, when you do fouettes in the center, you're not as clearly going back, front each time. It is kind of one motion, but that's because you've developed the rhythm to be able to go and one, and one, and one. But for this exercise, front, side, back, front. And really, it's to get on the supporting leg and feel the passe turning out. This is going to help with your pirouettes too, because you're going to find stability in the supporting leg to be able to get around. Something I talk about all the time. So once again, plie front, and the arm comes to the front as you plie. Turned out leg, make sure it's not turned in, turn out, because that'll help you turn out as you rise up to the side. And again, not here, your second position. To the side, back, front. Front, side, back, front. Front, side, back, front. I'm going to do one more. Front, side, back, front. Now, like I said, you can take it 8 times, both sides. You can do it more than that. If you're feeling kind of like you want a challenge, you can even take it to the back as well. Although this is a lot harder, and we obviously don't see people do en des non-fouettes, but still it's a good exercise to reverse. So you can plie behind, bring the heel forward. It's a lot of work, so you may want to take the leg lower, bring the heel forward as you rise, and then front, back, back, around, front, back. And again, that's totally optional. You can do that as much or as little as you like. I am completely out of breath from giving this bar, so I'm going to go stretch out for about 5-10 minutes, get some water. All right, so I am now hydrated and back to 100%. I hope you took some time to stretch and to get hydrated as well. And now we're going to move on to center practice, which obviously don't really know how much space you have, if you even really have a center to work with. Again, just be really mindful of how much space you have. I'm going to modify all these combinations to where you can really do most of them without having to move too much. You know that if you were in the studio with me, I would be encouraging you, travel as much as you can. But obviously, be safe, first and foremost. So we're going to start with an adagio, and we're just going to take kind of a fun little port de bras, and we're going to take it in tendu. If you have space, feel free to take it in attitude / arabesque when we get to that point. But first, I'm just going to demonstrate it for you. So we're going to take our preparation just open to demi-seconde, and then back to en bas. And then it's going to be 1-2, open to the gateway. 3-4, you're going to twist the right shoulder blade to open. And you're going to look up to that beautiful wristwatch or bracelet or the diamonds on your wrist, because I know you all are very, very, very lucky to have diamonds on your wrist. Anyways, we'll go from here up to here, and this arm is curving back, so it's a resistance. So if I was facing the front, it would look like this, and you're just crossing over. And then you come back through the gateway to an arabesque line. This is really a first arabesque line, so if we were here, it would be first arabesque, but we're just in the 5th position and really reaching out, energy going past the fingertips. And then we're going to take it through the gateway once again, up to the 5th position, open a la seconde, and then back down. So that's the first 8. 1-2, 3-4, 5-6, 7-8. First 2 8s, I guess. 2-2, 3-4, 5-6, 7-8. Then we're going to take a chassé forward to the tendu. Now, this is your quasi-derrière position. If we were doing it as we would with the body positions, the arm would be here, but we're going to take an open position instead. And then we're going to transfer to the other corner, just lifting up on the heel, so I don't want to see, you guys are better than that. Lift up on the ball of the foot, transfer the heel, feel the turnout, and both hips, both shoulders should be seen in the front. If you don't have a mirror, you'll just have to feel it. And this is the effacé derrière position. Nice solid a la seconde position with the arm. And then we're going to plie on the standing leg. The leg is going to go out even further. Allongé arms, looking up to the top hand. And we're going to take a pas de bourrée, back to 5th. And then we'll take the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Chassé front to quasi derrière. transfer to effacé derrière, plié allongé, suck it up to sous-sus, and pas de bourrée. Now, if you do have the space, or if you want to do that the first time and then you're thinking, that was easy, I'd like to challenge myself a little more. The second time, when you take the chassé, you can bring it up to attitude, whoa, find your balance, use your core, and then transfer, and then just plié and extend, pas de bourrée. But that's only if you have space. All right, let's try it with music. I'm gonna do both right and left with you. So here we go. Really dance, feel all the emotion. If you wish, and I know it's a simple combination, we're just kind of going through port de bras and positions, but really find ways to expand it and make it really difficult for yourself, because that's really how we achieve technical prowess and how we continue to challenge ourselves as advanced dancers. So here we go, on to the next combination. All right, so next up we're going to take a center tendu, and I know how much you guys like body positions, and we've talked about it quite a bit. So we're just going to review them in this combination as we go through, and really just continue to have you guys be up to speed with them. So we're going to start in fifth position, facing the corner, and 5, 6, 7, and then we're going to open, actually we'll take 5, 6, 7, 8, and we'll open on the 1 with the tendu to croisé devant, which means cross in the front. And again, both hips, both shoulders should be seen from the front, so you're not too croisé. This is not croisé devant. This is croisé devant. Looking out over the à la seconde arm. And then we'll plié in fifth position. And then we'll switch to croisé derrière, cross behind. Looking underneath. Again, arm nice and solid to the side. And then as we plié, we're going to transfer to en face, facing the front. Arms in second position. We're going to take another tendu front, à la quatrième devant, so in fourth position to the front, and then plié in fifth, and then à la quatrième derrière, into fifth. And then we'll lift the left arm up as we transfer. Once again, the effacé position, effacé devant, looking at the diamonds, once again on your wrist, plié, and then we just tilt slightly forward for that port de bras to the back, and then once again plié, and we're going to open. And then from this fifth position, we're going to push down, the arms are going to rise up without seeing crazy shoulders going up. Press down, find the passe balance, and don't fall like I just did. So press down, close behind, in sous-sus, and plié. And again, you're limited in your space probably, but there's still a lot that we can work on, a lot we can do. So really use the pressing of the floor to get to that passe position, and then beautifully slide it down into that sous-sus before you plié. That's the work that we're trying to get to. And then we'll repeat left side. So croisé, plié, switch, à la quatrième, devant derrière, effacé, devant derrière, open the arm as you finish the last one, up to passe, and then that wasn't super great. Slide it down, that's a little better, and then plié. And then we'll take just that, and then if you want to challenge yourself, and again, if you have the capability to do so, I would encourage you to repeat it once again with dégagés, holding the position, and still with the plié, all the positions. And then here, if you can, if you have a good floor and you're able to, try a single pirouette. If not, just take the passe again, just as valid. Okay. I'm just going to do the tendus with the passe balance. Hopefully I don't fall over. Hopefully I'll implement everything that I've been talking about. And by now, after doing that full bar, your glutes and your hip flexors and everything should be activated and ready to press into the floor so that you're able to achieve that passe balance, no problem. Here we go. Work in the body positions. Put on one. And change. A la carte. In the arm. Good. And be gentle with yourself. I mean, hey, it's not going to be perfect. Remember, practice makes not perfect, but progress. We're always pushing ourselves to that next step, but not condemning ourselves if we don't get it perfectly. Because, hey, we're human beings. We make mistakes, and we learn from them. I've told you guys all the time, it's better to try and fail than to not try at all, because then you're not doing anything. So, good work. Hopefully you repeat that with the dégagés and the single pirouette. Again, just be careful, and let's move on to probably one or two more combinations, that'll be all. Alright, so we're going to take a fun little pirouette prep combination. We're going to start with the right foot behind. And again, if you don't have the means to be able to turn, you can take everything as a balance. Here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8. You tendu over to the alt-second position, allongé diagonal arms, to pirouette prep position in 5th. And then you're just going to take a passe balance, boop, and then close behind. And then once again, and now instead of a passe balance, if you need to do another one, you can, but we'll take a single pirouette, close behind. And then we'll take, once again, tendu, and to the front. Now we're really going to have to use the plie here, because we've done this once or twice before. Just like we did at the bar, you brush, and then double rond de jambe, back to the plie. It's hard. It's very difficult. If you need to do a single rond de jambe, you can. If you need to do it on flat, you can. Really the goal is just to push the leg and to be able to use that to help you from here go up to the passe behind and then close behind. And that's going to help you with your fouettes. So again, we're not doing fouettes, but that's a pirouette that'll help you. So the third one is tendu to 5th, brush, double, and then up. Close behind, and then we'll step piqué forward, sous-sus, arms up, and passe behind. Now it's a lot of adjusting here in the obliques, being strong in the core, and then we'll take the left side. Tendu over to 5th, passe, close. Tendu over, 5th, pirouette or another passe, and it always closes behind. That was very nice. Tendu to the front, double rond de jambe, and fight for it. Really use the passe behind to help you, and then open the arms as you piqué sous-sus forward, and then arms up as you passe behind. And if you want to make that last one a turn, you can, but really after that double rond de jambe, it's not necessary. So let's try with music. Again, you can balance if you need to. Make it yours. Make it work. Here we go. It's a very challenging combination, so don't be too hard on yourself, and just continue to work on those pirouettes as much as you can. And we're going to take a small little jump in place, and then we'll finish it up. Okay, so now we're going to take a little petit allegro action. This is just going to be your warm-up jump. Be especially careful on this. I don't want you guys to get shin splints or hurt yourselves. This is definitely the most dangerous thing that we're going to do today. So really make sure that when you jump, if you do decide to, you can stop here if you like, but if you decide to jump, make sure that you roll through the feet, toe ball, arch heel, that you're not jumping like this, because it's going to put a lot of impact on your legs, and you don't have great supporting floor like this to help you, so just be really mindful of that and really careful. And we're going to take very simply something similar to what we've done in class. Plie up, 3 jumps in first, jump to second, plie up, 3 jumps in second, close fifth, 3 changements, hold the plie, and open the arms a little bit in demi-second, 3 changements, hold the plie, and note how I'm on the croisé line, and then we're going to take sous bounce, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll plie to tendu to first, and then we'll repeat the whole thing. So 2 relevés, 3 jumps, change position. 2 relevés, 3 jumps, change to fifth. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, sous, tendu to first. Here we go. Should be very quiet. Oh shoot, I messed up. It's okay. Don't do that. And sous. Very good. Make sure that you hold yourself on that sous. It's difficult, and make sure that you don't jump onto the relevé like I did on the left side. Don't do that. One more combination. All right, so our last combination of the day is going to be a grand petit allegro, if you will, because we're going to be really just keeping it underneath ourselves. So really think about this as footwork. I know we're not doing any big leaps, but don't worry, you won't lose those if you're still maintaining your splits, still maintaining your straddles, all your stretches, all your big stuff will stay. And in the weeks to come, I'll try and introduce some creative ways to keep those in our practice, just like I did with the fouettes today. So we're going to start in fifth position, croisé line, right foot front. We're going to take a jump to fourth position in front, close it in fifth, and then sous and hold and plie. And then now you're on the en face line. You change to échappé to second, and then close fifth, and then sous and plie. Once again, to the other corner now because you have the left foot in front. Fourth to fifth, sous. One more time to second, close behind now. Instead of sous, quick change, coupé, pas de bourrée. Lightning fast because now we take the left side. So it's fourth, fifth, sous, plie. Second, fifth, sous. Make sure you change, plie. Fourth, fifth, sous, plie. Second, change, coupé, pas de bourrée. Very quick footwork, nice and underneath you. Don't jump too big. Again, we can, but also it's not going to serve you with the speed of this combination. Here we go. Stretch the feet each time to the fullest. Squeeze the legs. Feel free to take that again if you wish. Again, don't kill yourself. It's not necessary. This is the first week, so really just be careful, be safe, and let's take a reverence to finish things out. Great work in class today. We're going to finish it out with a reverence. You can just follow along. I'm going to be doing it on my left side, so you can follow on the right. It's very simple, just port de bras, and have fun. Here we go. Preparation. And your left, you curtsy, I'll bow. We thank the people who paid a lot of money to come to the nosebleed seats in the balcony. We thank you so much. And thank you for participating in the first virtual ballet class of the, I guess, semester. Stay tuned. We're going to keep trying to roll these out. I hope they're very helpful. Don't be afraid to use handy-dandy YouTube to slow things down or speed things up. If you want to see me talk like a chipmunk and dance like a chipmunk, you can speed it up. Don't do that. Just use it how you need to help you. Thank you so much for participating. I hope you had a good time. And just continue to stay safe and stay healthy. And we'll see you guys next week.